This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights, so with the big dog, Big Johnny Fisher. How are we, mate?
I'm good, thanks, Parsons. How are you, mate? There's no badge today.
There is a badge down here.
There is.
There's always a badge somewhere if you look hard enough, Johnny, mate.
How much did that set you back?
You know what? I got the tracksuit in the sale. $360 for the full thing. I'm not wearing the top today. I didn't want to go full kit wanker.
Do you whack it on the expenses?
Jack Shaw, if you're listening, no.
All right, don't tell Jack.
Johnny, how's things, mate? You looking forward to a big 2023? I know out in March on the Callum Smith undercard, just raring to go now.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, mate. Waiting for the official announcement of the fight, 11th of March. So it's going to be good. We don't know exactly. I can't divulge whether that is a Callum Smith card or a Liverpool card. We don't know. I don't know if you know more than me. But yeah, I'm just excited to get it announced. I'm going to Vegas on Sunday for some sparring and kicking off 2023.
Johnny Fisher living the Vegas dream. I just wonder what goes on there. Yeah, also, sorry, Eddie, if I've just baited out your plans for that March show. What is the plan for you this year? Because we've done a few interviews now, starting, I think, in 2021, and it's always been, you don't need to rush. You still don't now. You want to like slowly step up the levels, or like I spoke to Tommy Fletcher this week, and he's like, I can box 6 rounds all year and still, because I'm so young, get to the point where I want to.
Yeah, well, as you said, there is no rush, but you still need to have a little bit of purpose in what you do. And now we're stepping up to 8 rounds this year, 2 or 3 or 4 8-rounders, or whatever the plan is when we get there. And then before you know it, you're on to 10-rounders, and then you're in the mix, aren't you? So I don't think too far ahead, but logically, you get into them bigger fights eventually, and still progressing. As Tommy said, I could probably do this at what pace I'm at for another 2-3 years, and I'd only come out 25, 26, and then I'll be in a prime position. So let's see how the next year unfolds, and then we'll go from there.
Just personally for you, sparring with Joe Joyce, I know you've been out in Vegas before, out in Vegas next week, like you say. What is that experience like? I know you and Joe get on, and all the S-Cham stable are very close, but to be able to keep being flown out, that won't just be done on who you are and your stature, it'll clearly be done on you holding yourself and Ismail Salas and the people around Joe being happy with what you can give him in the ring.
Well, it's great being around all them guys, that elite sort of heavyweight outfit they've got over there in Salas's gym. He's had world champions, 15, 16 world champions I think he's had. But there's just always great heavyweights out there. Carlos Takam's going to be out there, Michael Hunter, Francis Ngannou, who I'll try and nick some rounds with as well, because he's a phenomenon, isn't he, really, in terms of UFC history, and I know he wants to cross over into boxing. So it'd be great to have some rounds with him and sort of gauge where we are.
And then for Joe Joyce, do you believe he's ready for this Tyson Fury fight in the summer?
He's as ready as he'll ever be. He's ready to go now. I think he's improved over the last 2-3 years. We saw in the Parker fight, no one's done that to Joe Parker. And I've got so much respect for Joe Parker, the way he just kept coming and coming. He's a true warrior. But I think Joe Joyce is ready for anyone in the division. If he's got any perfect time, this is the time. Jake
Paul versus Tommy Fury has been announced this morning. Your thoughts on it? Who do you have as a victor in that fight?
Oh, that's brilliant. Listen, I'm always going to try and support Tommy Fury because I'm a Brit, I'm backing the Brit, I'm a big fan of the Furies, but Jake Paul is not to be taken lightly. He's not that YouTuber he was 4 or 5 years ago. He can box. He's got a good trainer in BJ Flores, so I'm sure Tommy Fury will be training diligently. He's got his great Fury team behind him, and I'll be backing him to get the win.
Fury Usyk, who wins that one?
Tyson Fury. A good big un beats a good little un.
I hear that a lot, to be honest, at the minute. Johnny, just lastly from me, when are we going to see you get the badge in? You're looking nice and smart today, sporting the cargoes, bit of the Hugo Boss, but when is the Bosch soldier himself? That's not the badge though, is it? That's
the Hugo Bosch.
The Hugo.
But I was looking, I just got my Hugo Bosch on here, but I was looking in my wardrobe and I thought, I've got my black Stoney number in there, but I've worn it a few too many times. I need to expand.
I've never seen you in it, mate.
I've got the tracksuit bottoms as well. I thought I've got to get the black tracksuit because that's my style, but I've got to expand the wardrobe a bit. I like there's this bright orange number, like a bright orange jacket, Stone Island number. We're going to have to take some fashion tips from you because the Hugo Bosch is doing the job, but we need to step up to the Stonies.
I feel like what we could do in the future, take you down to flannels. What about a pink Stoney number? Could we see? Could you pull off the pink Stoney the way I can?
I could. What I wanted to make is like a pink jumpsuit, you know, like an 80s style tracksuit, like really luminous bits, pink luminous, pink like navy on there as well. I think I'd look proper good in that.
Final message, Johnny. I'm going to ask you for the 400th time for a Chinese order, something I can clip up. You know how I always do. I use you, Johnny, mate. I use you.
So I've been in a training camp now, so I've changed my order a little bit. I'm not eating the salt and chili king prawns. I'm having the king prawns in salt and ginger, chili and ginger, not the salt and ginger, because you've got to stay off the salt. You've got to keep the weight down a little bit. But I have been enjoying myself, and I did have a bit of boiled rice and a beef curry as well when I had the Chinese sit down when I had El Brook round. So I've been enjoying the Chinese, but not too much. Bash.
Johnny Fisher, as always, a pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.